hope traders and investors alike were green today. Another good day in the market. We're definitely seeing some tough action. NVDA out with just absolutely destroyed earnings. This is the best earnings report I've seen this year. We have seen a few good ones, but this is definitely the best one. It looks like all these companies are running to catch up with AI, and they're all running to NVIDIA. There is other options out there. Some companies like Amazon actually makes their own chips for AI. But a lot of these companies don't, and NVIDIA is their only and their best option. So they are running and running to NVIDIA for their chips. Their the PC GPUs were even great. I was expecting that to be low, just a blowout report. The phone call AI was mentioned a lot, so there's a lot of stocks pushing right now. Some stocks like Apple is not reacting. AI, C3 AI up big, even Palantir. A lot of these names are moving. See what we get. We are seeing the SPY pull back as we speak. The SPY just pulled back to the 411.92 right now, and testing it pretty heavy on the volume to the downside. So already seeing the market pull back. NVIDIA is up like $100, and we're going to look at that chart, and we're going to see if we can get a game plan on it and see what we may see tomorrow. Just go ahead and start looking at all the charts, and we'll talk more about them as we move through. You can see the dollar here has made a very nice push up. So down here, we were expecting to see a pop. We started to see momentum candles pushing up. Anybody who got that UPP trade, congratulations. VIX, nice move here back into the 20. Of course, we don't really want to see the VIX up here, but it is definitely trying to push back up on all the fear with the debt ceiling news coming out. FOMC minutes, the word pause was mentioned in that. We'll talk more about that as we go through the charts. Crude, nice push up here right into your daily 50. We got to clear that daily 50. We clear that daily 50, keep names like ExxonMobil, Chevron on the radar. We got a nice push out of some of the names today. We're definitely still going to keep them on the radar. Nice MACD cross there. We watch energy basically every day. They trade nice, especially for traders looking for slower trades. They can be very, very nice trading assets. Apple, and of course, there's times when they have plenty of momentum behind them and they can move fast as well. You can see Apple here. Apple has pulled back to the 20. Now, every time we get down to this 20, this thing pushes back up. So can it do it again? We'll see. We did close back above the 20, so that's a good sign. We are losing this MACD this time. So definitely keep an eye on it. What surprises me is it didn't react in after hours with everybody else. You can actually see it's kind of H-cell pattern here trying to move lower, moving lower as we speak. As of right now, SPY is holding that 411.92. Gold to double top has triggered. We have confirmed that we need to move lower. Looking to break below this candle right here. Below this candle, we're looking for a move down on gold. Bearish on GLD, GDX. If we get that move down, has to be patient. This is the whole thing about trading. We know where the trigger is. We just have to wait and be patient enough and use discipline, set an alert, whatever you have to do. You want to be below that candle. Below that candle wick's even better. This is the advanced decline lines, and you can see we're turning down. You can see the New York Stock Exchange, but you can see the SPX is moving down, which is the S&P 500, is moving down a little faster than the New York Stock Exchange. Even mid caps and small caps, the SPX you can see here is kind of nosediving. AMC is looking bearish here. You can see it's bear flagged into your short-term moving averages and your 200, your 9 and your 200 working together as resistance. Broke to the downside today. See if we can get follow through on that chart. You can see AMD here, just kind of inverted head and shoulders. It's not textbook, but just keep an eye on that. And here's AMD. You can see the move here. AMD made a very nice move as well, coming off the 107 level. Clean up. Looks like it come close to touching 120. Nice move there. It is pulling back in. Did not catch those moves. We're watching them, but did not actually trade those moves. But it was a great move, and congratulations to anybody who was trading after hours and was able to catch that. You can see Amazon here once again breaking up out of a flag. We did a video last night on how to trade these and exactly what to look for. I call the strategy buying the 9, but it's nothing but a bull flag. But this is the easiest trading strategy there is. If you didn't watch that video, try to check it out. It's the easiest strategy. I use it every day in my trading, several times a day. You find it bullish, bearish, works on every time frame. Art K broke this downtrend. Nice momentum candle here to the upside. Small bearish Arami coming back down, testing your short-term moving average. So we got a green candle with a high close candle there. We're looking to see if we can get a move up. We need to move up into at least into. I want to do more than clear the wick here. I got to be into that candle body just to make sure I'm above that candle line there. AMD on the daily, nice. We're flagging over, still holding in very nice here. Getting a little toppish here, to be honest, but flagging into the 9. As long as we're above this 9, I'm bullish. But after just seeing the intraday chart, tomorrow could be very interesting. Now, keep in mind, when you get a name like this, and all these names have made such a big move, like NVDA, we're going to look at that chart, but we may not be looking for an upside move. All right, AMD weekly, you see there a nice push there. That should look better tomorrow if it can hold. Affirm, draw a trend line across the top of this. You're flagging on your 9. It's the same thing. It's a different shape, but draw your trend line across the top. I'm sorry, the shape doesn't really matter. That is a bull flag. Draw your line across the top. You're looking for a break of that line. You want a candle to close above the top of that line. The conservative trader, a trader like me, will take a small short trade take a very short-term trade on a move higher to catch that candle, just to get some movement out of it. You can see Affirm here intraday, pretty choppy, and then a decent little push up at the end of the day. Amazon, you can see Amazon made a nice move as well, has pulled back in here, flagging on the 15-minute 9, but also made a nice move after hours on the video earnings. Amazon weekly, we're still watching this. We need to see follow through on last week's candle. Charts looking good. Monthly. Apple, I'm sorry, that was the weekly. This is Apple's weekly as well. Apple's flagging on almost down to this weekly 9, so we can look for a possible bounce there. Boeing pulling in. I just don't have much for that name right now. It's been trading. It's just been the roughest trader. If you trade like me and you're moving in and out of them, you're fine. But it's just not a name to sit into, and I don't want to encourage anybody to try to sit into it until it starts to trade better. Bitcoin moving lower here, trying to hold your weekly 200, and on the daily, you can see we were trying to hold this level here. You can see this zone, so you have a very tight contraction zone in here. And this is a resistance level. You see, we've tested it, and now we are breaking down from it. Things can change with the NVIDIA earnings, or let's just say they get a deal tomorrow. This market is so headline driven right now. It can make it difficult to sit in anything. Very choppy action throughout the day, but there was some good trade today too. Boeing intraday, you can see it moved lower. That was actually a good trade to the downside today. CVX, you can see here we got up above our daily 20 and actually got to give us a low close candle. Looks like we're holding that daily 20, so we could see a bounce off that daily 20. CVX intraday, very choppy action there. ChargePoint's back above this resistance level, holding the daily 9 there. Coin's just very tight action there, trading very tough. So we had the communication sector. We're watching this huge. This is a very large inverted head and shoulder. So this pattern could lead to a humongous move. We have got the confirmation a breakout has tried to push back up. It is coming back to retest the short-term moving average. Will we see a flag there and push up higher? Can we get a move off that 9, or will we have to come back and retest the breakout point? It's possible. We'll just see what it does. Consumer staples just getting destroyed here. It's nothing that we haven't seen, and cost is getting affected here. Costco's is also getting affected. Consumer staples are just getting destroyed. You can see there's a lot of support here. I do like it below out of that box. we can get out of that box, that heavy volume profile, I like it there. DraftKings is another one that had a really good report, still holding this daily 9. Can we bounce off from it again? Every time we come back between this 9 and 20, we bounce. So once again, this could be a place to look to pick it up, see how the market acts. Lilly breaking the 9, pulling back, holding the 20 for now on the daily, but seeing some weakness there. That MACD's rolled over, losing the RSI. And like I say, we are seeing it's trading weaker than the market. So if you're looking to short something, you always want to find something that's trading weaker than the market. XLE trying to push up here. Google pulling back in here as well. Barely holding the 20, but barely. Another one that kind of gapped down and struggled to hold it today. Goldman Sachs struggling there. The banks are just still struggling. IWM struggling there. Those regional banks are so heavy on it. So you can see the Qs here. The Qs looks like it actually closed below that daily 9. And Qs here intraday on the 15-minute chart, you can see the huge pop up at the in after hours on the NVDA earnings, and now we have lost that 15-minute 9, trying to move lower. See if we can find support at that 15-minute 200. It's a big move. So not surprised. Expected to see them pull in. Would like to see them pull in anyway, because that's too much of a move to try to go after tomorrow. A lot of times you get a move like that, you just get a very rough, choppy inside day. Before your next move up or move down, you just get an inside day, and that very tight range. After making a move like this, would rather pull back a little bit, reset up, and then maybe we can move higher. Or like I say, maybe it's a short play to see what the NVIDIA chart looks like. Qs, this is the Qs weekly chart. Right now, we are trading on a bearish Harami on the weekly. We're not surprised. We had a big MOC this afternoon as well, so we know they were selling at the end of the day. Everything has changed going. Right now we know a lot of money got poured into the market tonight. A lot of stuff's up. JP Morgan, very tough looking chart there. Shouldn't even have it up on the list anymore. LVS, you have a small bullish candle today. It's like a bullish meeting line type candle. Very, very small. I mean, just not a lot of information there. I'd like to have seen it if it pushed harder into this previous candle body, but that just didn't happen. Lockheed Martin chopping around down here. This action is really tight. This is a diamond right now. So if you draw a line from here to here, from here to here, and then you fake a line in there, and you can draw a line in there and get some wicks through here, you can actually get a small diamond. A lot of times diamond break to the lows. Now we done called this thing twice for a move lower. I'm just don't know if I'm ready to call up. And we've seen diamonds break to the upside as well. Don't get me wrong, but most of them seem to break to the downside, and I'm just not ready to pick on them anymore, to be honest. All right, so Moderna, very powerful candle pattern here. This is a dark cloud cover. We'd like to see a dark cloud cover in an uptrend. We're not in an uptrend, but you can see the bearishness in this candle. We tried to. Well, yesterday we did more than try. We had a strong day yesterday, gapped up this morning. You can see the, China news, all this stuff going around about COVID. You can see the whole attitude of the stock change. So we gapped up. The buyers were in control. The minute the market opened, the sellers come in, took control, and moved the market back down. Total attitude change there. More very tight action. Bitcoin needs to get out of that area so those stocks can move. Merck rolling over here under a previous level of support. Meta grinding higher. I mean, that has been a passive income chart for this whole year, basically. Meta, you can see this nice push up here after hours too. It is starting to give it back now. Microsoft back down to the daily 9. See if we can get a bounce there. Microsoft intraday, you can see the big push up here after hours. We're losing the 15-minute 9 though. Not surprised to see them pull back. Microsoft on the weekly, you have a bearish Harami there for now. NVIDIA, this pushed right off the daily 9 a day. Not a huge move today, but I mean, this is just crazy. So down here, just call it, even 305, just call it 305. This went to 395 was this move up here, very close to 395. Huge move up. I mean, that is just an amazing move. Anybody who had calls, even if it was just a gamble type trade, congratulations. Please don't give it back to the market. If it was a gamble type trade, take it away, enjoy it. Huge move. See some life changing money there. If the market can hold it, that's the question. Can we hold it? Got till 9:30 a.m. and a lot of trading hours. And you can see in the video's weekly chart here, we have a bearish Arami here, but obviously after seeing that 15-minute chart, it's not going to be a bearish Arami when this market opens up tomorrow. NASDAQ lost a daily 9. It's moving up as well here. Netflix trying to push back up. Got a flag break here, trying to push. I want to take this level of resistance out. From this, I should have this drawn as a zone from the top of this candle bodies to this wick. If you're interested in trading it, draw a line over and you want to take that out. Draw a box from the top of these candles to the top of this candle body, not the wick, just the top of that candle body. Run it all the way down. You have a zone there that needs to be taken out. Pendleton, just a bear flag. Q's pushing up. We did take out that last fib level. I'm not a big fib level fan. Roblex trying to push up here has broken the trend. If you're using fibs and they're working for you, then you continue to use them. It doesn't matter whether I'm a fan of them or not. If they're working for you, then you keep doing what you're doing. SPX moving lower today. As you can see, the thumbnail, that's actually the SPY, but it's a lot like the SPY. At this news coming out tonight, and they are buying dips, coming back into a level of support here. We talked about this candle right here today and holding, and we were able to push back up above that candle and close. Of course, we were watching the SPY chart, and that's SPX, but it's very close to the same. The diamond moving lower. That is a ugly looking setup there. Looks like it wants to crash. You can see the weekly moving lower there as well. SPX on the weekly right now, we have but we do have a bearish engulfing on our weekly SPX chart. So on our weekly SPY chart, we do need to push back up and close tomorrow. Right now, it's a low close candle, actually below that weekly 9. And right now it would look like we're getting ready to move lower. See what we get tomorrow. You can see the SPY here. This is the candle we talked about today. We were able to push back up and close over it. That candle line there. See if we can bounce on this. They've been buying dips and selling rips, so it can work. We trade on proper signals, but this is also something I also want to point out. So you got this volume profile bar here. This is your monthly SPY chart. You can see we're right at it. See where this candle closed last week? We pushed up right at it. So there is a little bit of serious resistance right there that needs to be taken out. If we can get above that, you can see up here we can move a little bit easier. But you can see the volume profile bar puts us right in this area. It's a lot of action's been traded in that area. That's all that's telling us. And all those buys and sells are equal up to support and resistance, and that's why we're got a lot to do with why we're struggling in there. The debt ceiling, all this, and not being political, all that stuff happening right now. It's a smoke show is what it is, and they're just using it to attack each other. They need to be working together instead of attacking each other. So maybe the SPY, we can get a bounce tomorrow. You can see the move up here after hours. Very nice move up, but giving it back. Not sure if any news come in, probably just a pullback. Square holding that trend break very well. Seen a nice move there today. CRM still pushing higher. Once again, passive income chart. Shop holding that 20, 9 coming down, holding your 20-day. Let's see. I'm not interested until it clears. There's one of those two moving averages to the upside or the downside. Tesla had a decent day pushing up. After it pulled back, it had a nice push up, and you can see it's up in after hours as well, moving on this. XLK lost a daily 9 today. Tesla weekly pushed back up into resistance and then seeing some rejection, trying to hold that weekly 200. Like I say, it did move on this AI news. Tesla daily, you can see we're pulling back, waiting for this 9 to catch up. Got to clear this area, right in this area here. We need to push up above these candles, and we can move a little easier. You see the volume profile has been traded in here. This line right here is exactly what I'm looking at through here. If we can get above that, then we can start to move a little easier. Volume profile can be a very handy tool. Uber, moving lower. Price action first. Everything else is just, a tool to help you in your decision making. Price comes first. It's the only thing that pays. Uber moving below that 9, but we do have a support level in there. It's trying to hold. Walmart struggling, pretty bearish today. We did end up pushing back up and closing back above that support. It does want to move lower. We did have some smaller retail names that were pushing earlier today, and this morning provided some decent trades. Banks moving back into that channel that it broke out of. ExxonMobil spinning top today. So we pushed out. We have the 9. We got a MACD getting ready to cross. This chart looks like it's setting up. I want to see this 9 get up here. We got to take the 20 out. I want to see the 9 continue to curl, pushing up. MACD's trying to cross. ExxonMobil is definitely one to keep an eye on for the next couple of days. TLT, a very ugly bearish candle today. It's not actually a bearish engulfing candle, but it is a large bearish candle, signaling possible move lower. IWM struggling here. So we were looking for a push up, but we got to clear these levels. Unfortunately, everything's hit the market this week. See what we get tomorrow. We still have one trading day left in that candle, and a lot can happen. IWM daily, we're back down to the daily 9, 20, and 50 here. We still got a low close candle, but we do have some support down here. So let's keep an eye on these names this week. Let's keep an eye on these small caps that will, if we can get the small caps moving, that will help provide some participation in the market, which is what we desperately need. I hope you find this video helpful, and please remember, discipline is the key to your success in trading, and I will see you in the trading room.